Hey, how's it going YouTube? Jay Scotty Son here, back with another video. In today's video I have a 97 card return from PSA. Sorry to those who guessed how many PSA 10s there would be in the submission, because none of you guessed correctly. There were 47 PSA 10s out of 97 cards, so not too shabby. There were actually only 4 cards that belong to me in this stack here, but one of them I sold to PSA. PSA now has offers that they send directly to your cards as soon as they've been graded, so that's pretty cool. But the one that I sent off here was a PSA 9 Sleepy Tyranitar. They offered me $261, and there was one listed on eBay for $249, so I took the money and ran. They can definitely offer fair deals, at least right now when they've just started that program up. But let's go ahead and get into the submission. The first 57 cards, man, a lot of 7s. The first 57 cards belong to my buddy Ralphie. So Ralphie, here are his cards. He did pretty well, I would say, overall. Quite a bit of 10s will be coming up. This card in a 10 is extremely expensive. But yes, quite a bit of 10s in this submission. A lot of upcharges in this submission. Plenty of upcharges occurred throughout this submission. You're seeing some of them on screen right now. I think the most expensive upcharge was a Rayquaza VMAX that you will see later in this video. This is pretty cool. It's got a little bit of hollow bleed. And maybe you guys can't see that. That swirl continues on into the evolution box. Pretty cool. Banger of a card right here. That one was definitely upcharged. Pokemon Center exclusive. This one had a huge upcharge as well. Flareon EX. Greninja EX PSA 10. Celebi first edition PSA 7. For these vintage first edition Neo Revelations 7s, not too shabby. I love the hearts on this one in the texture. Very lovely card. Venusaur 5. Charizard from Celebrations 9. That's the first stack. Let's keep it moving. Yeah, if you didn't know, usually if I send off a bulk sub, I offer a giveaway where it's valued at around $100. If you guess how many 10s are in this submission, you get a prize. If you are the only one to guess that. If there are multiple people guessing such number, then I usually have a Super Smash Bros. Melee battle between 2 characters, or 3. There's been 3 before, people who have guessed the same number, and those 3 people had to do a tiebreaker. Yeah, so stay tuned for more submission videos, as that's basically primarily all I'm focusing on as of lately. A lot of my personal collection has been growing substantially lately, and I have just been not documenting it at all. I can't put everything up on YouTube, so I have been limiting my content to mainly being just PSA submissions and PSA returns, this being obviously the latter. So there's stack number 2. Pretty nice cards in that stack number 2. Here comes the last stack for Ralphie. He sent in some Chinese cards here. Yeah, I just went through his binder and I told him I think that these should be submitted, and the majority of these Chinese ones got 10s. Let's see, we're gonna have like a string of 10s here soon. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row, 5 in a row. Darn, it broke it off right here. And those ones are hard to come up with comps on, because these are Chinese, not always sold every day like the Japanese counterparts are almost sold every day. Then these stack of cards right here is for my buddy Ben. Ben had a perfect submission, minus this 9, because they don't give an OC grade with a 10. So he did have all 10s after that. He sent in the Raikou, the Suicune, and after the Suicune was an Entei that I guess I messed up and I didn't put in on the submission forms, and I apologized to him profusely about that because he did want the 3 big dogs and consecutive 10s. But you know, clerical errors do happen. I'm just glad that PSA sent me the card back because I had to send an email to them being like, hey, you know, actually, I wish that PSA just hit me up and was like, hey, do you want us to grade this? But they did not do that. They just kept it on the hush. Like, oh, he didn't fill it out in the submission form, let's just not grade it. But yeah, that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Ben actually has installed my floors and carpets here at my house, and the transition pieces are falling apart, and he has said that he's going to come by and fix those over and over again. So, you know, we both haven't held up our side of our workmanship, let's say. We got the Blastoise PSA 5. PSA did have an offer on this card of like $250, and then like a couple hours later the offer was not there anymore. But I currently am not accepting offers from PSA on people's behalfs because I don't exactly know how the tax portion of that is going to work. You know, if I accept the money for their cards and give them the money, then if I'm taxed on it later, that's not fair to me. So until, you know, next tax season, I won't be accepting offers for other people unless they're willing to do the, you know, 12% fee, just in case it does happen. Then these cards are for 3 different fellas over at Pokeyino. That's what their name is, Pokeyino. We live in a town full of casinos, so they went with Pokeyino. There's like 6 dudes that are vendors here in my town that submit these cards through me, and there are some really, really cool cards in this submission. This belongs to Kevin. Kevin's the front runner, let's call him. Not really the lead of it, but the start of it, Pokeyino. PSA 10, this card's got to be pretty expensive now, especially in the form of Pokemon Center stamped. Got the Evolving Skies Dragonite. We got the VMAX Espeon from Fusion Strike with a 10. This is the highest upcharge in the submission here. We got the Koro Mew. Very nice. Saw a $1 upcharge from that, I believe. Sent in a few of those trying to get it. Then these are the Hanafuda cards. These are super cool. He definitely got, this guy named Min, he got a bunch of 10s. And if you can notice, let me zoom in, there's like additional cardboard on all of these, on the tops of them, and often on the bottoms as well. They're kind of just folded over. You can kind of see that little fold, but you know, still getting a Gem Mint 10. So it's pretty cool that all of these have these little additional pieces of cardboard on them, and yet they can still snag 9s and 10s. I'm sure that PSA just knows that these have that going on for them. Really cool cards though. Man, I might even want to buy a couple from Min if he's willing to let a few go. Min, if you're watching, you know, maybe we can strike a deal. I sent in this Carmine, she got a 9. I sent in this Mewtwo V-Star, got a 10. And I sent in this Deoxys VMAX, and it got a 10 as well. And then I also had the Sleepy T-Tar that I mentioned earlier, and it got a 9. So overall, my 4 cards, pretty stoked on my 50% PSA submission. But that's it for today's video. Stay tuned tomorrow, or not tomorrow, whenever I post. I'm actually going to do something a little different. I'm going to be opening up a Hidden Fates tin and this Hidden Fates blister pack because it's already been opened by somebody. But maybe not. It might have just happened in the factory like that, because I just bought a collection of Hidden Fates for $3 grand, and these were in it. And the blister doesn't seem to be tampered with, so it might have just been over time shuffled around. And it kind of looks like there's a hollow in there anyway. There, right there, that little dividing of cards right there. But yeah, that'll be opened up soon. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one.